Welcome to Constructing 5. I'm going to teach you how to make a full game in around about 5 minutes. In this episode, we're creating Geometry Dash. I'm going to hit New Project, and we're going to make a start. Right click, View, and we're going to start by just zooming out so we can see our full page in one go. I'm going to create 3 new objects. I'm going to insert, scroll down to sprites, I'm going to start with our player. We're either going to create our player or we're going to import one. I've got mine already to import, so I'm going to grab my players. Next we want to add our spike, so insert a new object and grab a spike. And finally we also want to add a block. So now we've got these 3 different assets created. We're going to scale them down so they are much smaller. And we're going to use these to build up a level. So I'm going to build up a quick level and do a quick speed montage for you. Okay, so I've got a very quick level put together. Obviously you can expand this level and make these much bigger, but let's start with adding all our different behaviors. So we're going to add some behaviors to our player. So we're going to right click, edit behaviors. And there's 2 we want to add. First one's going to be scroll to, so the camera follows player. And the second one's going to be platform. Going to our block, we're going to edit the behaviors and give it the solid behavior. Means we can stand on it. Going back to our player, we're going to change some properties. So we're going to halve the speed down to 180, and the acceleration we can also halve to 750, so the game is a bit slower. Most importantly, we need to turn off default controls, so we can't control it using our standard buttons. Next, we're going to right click, insert a new object, and we're going to add the keyboard. Now we're ready to move into our event sheet. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to say that if the keyboard on button pressed or on key pressed is space, then we want to be able to jump. So player, simulate control, and jump. So this will mean we can jump with the spacebar now. We're also going to add a new event that says every tick, player.simulate control again. And this time we're going to be always moving right. So the player's going to move right, that's out of our control. Next option, we're going to add an event. We're going to say if player is overlapping another object and it's overlapping the spike, then we want to destroy the player. We also want to check if player is by wall, and we want to check both walls, so we'll check is by wall left, copy and paste this, double click, and also check it for right. And most importantly, we just need to click on the side and make this an OR block. This means if we were to move one more space or one more pixel, would we be inside a wall? If so, we want to destroy the player again. Final bit of code we need is we need to check if the player has been destroyed. So player on destroyed, and what we want to do is we want to wait a couple of seconds, so we use our wait command for this. 2 seconds, and then we go back to our system, and then we can restart our layout, starting the game again from the beginning. Now my level is very short, but you can expand this as much as you want. If we play it now, we can jump, and the second we stop at a wall, the game ends. So we need to make sure we're always moving, always jumping. Play around with the settings, have a go yourself, see what you can make.